Hey everyone, so welcome from London again. This is Hazel and welcome back to Hazelog. This is another day in the life of walking in London. So today, come along with me and see what a walk day in London looks like. I've been working full-time in London for about 3 years now, and it has been almost 4 years since I first arrived in the UK. So when I think about it, time really flies. Living here, I have met all kind of people and faced so many life lessons, I have to say. So there are people who genuinely help you, but also there are people who want to take advantage. And because I want to stay humble and calm, there have been times when others trying to step over me. I've gone through a lot, honestly, and to be honest, the life lessons are still ongoing, and I think this is just how life is. And for those of us building a life far from home, it is important to have a strong foundation, a strong standing point, and a strong mindset. You always need to remind yourself, don't let anyone walk over you for any reason at all. So on social media and YouTube, when people see London lifestyle, it often looks glamorous with social life, city lights, and everything shining. So life abroad is fun, it is good and wonderful, but the reality, it is so much more than that. So for me, it's about balancing work and life. Earning money, saving, investing, planning to support family back home, and at the same time not losing yourself and trying to enjoy the ride. And with work sponsorship in one job, you are literally tied to a single job. So I'm not complaining here, but this is the reality beyond the glamorous lifestyle. So when I first started this channel, Hazelog, it was mainly for my parents so they could see how I was doing and I was happy. So later, it became about sharing my experiences, giving tips, sharing knowledge for those who want to come to the UK and hopefully motivating others as well. So that is why I keep making these little vlogs. Anyway, even after 4 years in the UK now, whenever I have had hard moments, I would let myself feel it and then I carry on with what needs to be done. So I really believe emotions matter. Someone who takes care of their emotions can handle anything that comes their way. So you cry, you learn, and then you move on with life. There is something comforting about that rhythm. Anyway, when I got into the office building today, I was listening to the news about the Conservative Party debate or something. So honestly, it's really messy and I don't really like it. But someone who isn't local, I feel like I need to keep up with what is happening here in the country. At the office table though, no political talks for me. So I try to avoid conversations that don't add value. But when it comes to things like whether you eat coriander or not, well, that's a different story, isn't it? For me, I even kind of like eat the roots. So I also like to stir fry every single thing. So I like everything about coriander. So here people only use it as a garnish, as a herb. So they find my way kind of strange. I know, not everyone likes coriander. I know it's controversial, but at least that small talk like this helps show your personality, and it also helps people get to know you and feel more connected. So political talks, on the other hand, can easily cause division, so I try to avoid them as much as I can. So that's a little tip for you. Later, I caught up with my colleagues. So today the office was really busy, and since we had social plans after work, the vibe is really fun. So on social days, I tend to work extra focused so I can enjoy it later in the social party. So work mode on, I open dashboards and pull data. So somewhere along the way, I had to explain my legal name, which is in Burmese, to my colleagues because people couldn't pronounce it. And when they tried, it sounded really like the characters in Burmese movies. So I kind of like make fun of their accents as well. So it can be funny, but also awkward. That is fine. After lunch, I had several calls with my manager, so mostly one-to-one calls. It was serious today because performance was dropping, so we kind of discussed optimization and review the A/B test I've been running. So my role here is basically to track, test, analyze, and optimize. So performance marketing is really data heavy, so sometimes you can kind of like lose hours just sorting out Excel formulas. And I also need to like translate that language into something stakeholders can actually understand. When it comes to projects, I like to set micro goals. Instead of only focusing on the really big project, I try to break it down, set goals for each step, and check in with my manager so that way I can measure the progress each day and stay on track with the timeline, and it really helps. Today, I finished work a bit early because we were heading to the Fairgame in Canary Wharf. So as always, after work, Canary Wharf was packed. Fairgame is kind of like an arcade-style spot filled with childhood games. I play shooting games, horse racing, basketball, circus freak, guacamole, space race, you name it, everything. And also, reading your manager's score was kind of like the highlight for this today. Life doesn't always have to be just about work. Life is about creating memories. And have you ever sometimes feel like you don't fully fit in here as someone not from the UK because of the cultural differences, and you always feeling you have to push yourself to adopt? But I would like you to remind yourself that you built your life yourself. So always think about that I am already here. I built a life myself, and try and be proud of how far you have become. So at the end of the day, this is the life you built yourself. For those of you watching my videos, whether you're trying to work in London, planning to come to the UK, or already working here, know that life isn't always easy. There are ups and downs. Being far from home means there will be struggles and challenges, but remember, trying to enjoy every moment. See challenges as experiments. Work hard, but also have a lot of fun. Life is all about balance. Celebrate every small win along the way you go. This is Hazel, and you've been watching Hazelog. Thank you, and see you in the next one. Bye!